there! Welcome to another episode of the Crumbling Crust Mysteries from my personal accent. Today we are solving the mysteries of a quality chocolate ganache. We're going to start out today with some heavy cream and some chocolate. I'm also going to add a little bit of rum extract. It just helps boost the flavor a little bit. So what I have is 10 ounces of bittersweet chocolate. I used the Hershey's baking melts. I've never used them before. Hopefully they turned out alright. And then I just have regular heavy cream in the pan. We're going to start it out on let's say a medium-high heat. We just want to scald it. We don't want it to come to a boil. After it comes to a boil, then we're going to pour it over our chocolate and just let it sit there. You're going to want to stir it, but don't stir it. Just let it sit for a minute or so, and then you can start to blend it together, and then that's when we'll add our rum extract at the very end. And then I'll show you a couple of cupcakes that we've done earlier, and we'll go ahead and top those with a nice drizzle. I'm also going to I'm going to take part of this recipe and make it into peanut butter chocolate ganache for our cupcakes. So now we're just waiting for our cream to come to a scald. Okay, so our cream is almost to a scald right now. It's taken about 4 minutes or so to bring it up on a medium heat. I also started melting a little bit of peanut butter. I'd say it was about 2 heaping tablespoons, and then a tablespoon of heavy cream. And we're melting this to add to the to a part of the ganache when it's ready. So this is going to heat up, and this is almost ready. Also, if you want to use regular rum instead of rum extract, that's totally fine. A nice spiced rum maybe. Also, even like a Malibu coconut would be great too. So we have. What? Does it make you drunk? What?
Does it make you drunk?
No, Mother, it does not make you drunk. So, it's such a small amount. Oh! Alright, that's a little bit more than a scald. But, it should be okay. We should be alright. Alright, so, now we're gonna pour. See what happens, Mom? You get me talking about alcohol.
Shut up, she can't cut that part out.
I don't care if she can't cut it out. Alright, so we're gonna pour this over our chocolate. It's nice and hot. And remember, let it sit. Do not stir it. So we're gonna let that sit. And our peanut butter is melting right now. It'll make it easier to incorporate into that ganache. I think that's texture right now. I think I want it a little bit thinner, so we're going to add a little bit more cream. Maybe just about a teaspoon and a half or so, just to thin it out. Looking a little bit better. Alright, that's good. Alright, so now we can stir. And with the ganache, it's just equal parts cream and chocolate. So right now I am actually attending the Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts. I'm in the baking program, and they have an emphasis on French pastry. And it's so great to be able to learn some different techniques and, you know, see where I've been going wrong all of these years. So I'm really glad to be able to share some of this with all of you. I'm going to keep stirring that. Let's go ahead and turn off this peanut butter. Oh, you know what? Actually, we're going to add a touch more cream to that. It's still not ready. turn that on low. And this is still melting. It's starting to come together, you can see it. And if you want like a really thick ganache that you want to, you know, cover like an entire cake with, you're going to add just a little bit less cream. It's almost ready. And so now we're going to add in our extract right at the end. Smells fantastic. Can't tell what I like more, the smell of the peanut butter or the smell of the chocolate. Let's go ahead and take that off the heat. Alright, so it's coming together. Almost melted. We're almost there. My mom just told me that she wants to dip her face in this. She says it smells really good. A little bit thinner. I'm going to add some of this in here. I'm going to add about half into this peanut butter. Let's keep stirring. Stir, stir, stir. Let that set for a minute. Maybe that'll set up a little bit better. Then we're going to stir in, try and incorporate this peanut butter a little better into this chocolate. Oh my gosh. It smells great. It's going to be a nice texture. Alright. So that's done. We're gonna let that cool off, because if you're gonna put hot ganache onto something that has frosting or whipped cream, it's just gonna completely melt it and slide right off. It's a big hot mess. So we're gonna let these cool off, and when we come back, we'll drizzle them over the cupcakes and do some pretty little decorations. Okay, so now that our ganache is cooled enough, here is our just regular ganache, and I have 2 French vanilla cupcakes. One is filled with a peanut butter, nutter butter, whipped cream filling, and this one is a fresh whipped cream and cookies filling. Has a little bit of Oreo, and you can look back at our past video to see how to make those fillings. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do this. I popped these in the freezer for a little bit, so they're really pretty firm, so they're all right to just dip straight in. All right, so we're going to just dip in, spin it, and then, you know, shake it just a touch to get the excess off. Oh, I missed a little bit. And that one is ready. Okay. Alternately, we can do a nice pretty drizzle. Okay, so you're going to take a spoon, make sure it's that's not thin enough, because when you want to drizzle, it has to be thin enough to do so. So we're going to take a little bit of heavy cream in there, stir that real well, just real quick, and you can see how that's dripping like that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is take this, Maybe a nice little drizzle on there. And that's nicer if you don't want so much ganache. And actually, because it's Halloween, I'm taking these cupcakes to my 3-year-old's preschool tomorrow. So we'll just stick some little candy eyes on there. You have a little blob monster. So those are the cookies and cream ones. Let's do the peanut butter ones real quick. We did have a little bit of an issue with the peanut butter. I've never made a peanut butter ganache before, and I didn't realize that it would separate. The peanut oil separated from it, so it wasn't thin at all. It was just sort of like a clumpy mess. So what I did is I took a paper towel and I blot the oil out of it, and it didn't pick up the chocolate at all. It just kept blotting more oil. So I took most of the oil out, and then I added about a 1/4 cup of cream to it, and then it just turned out nice and perfect, ready to be dipped. So we're going to take our Nutter Butter filled ones and just use the same process that we did the other ones. I should probably have a little bit of a deeper bowl to do this in. But this turned out really well. I'm very happy with this. There's the peanut butter ones. And if you want to make it just even prettier, you can take a little half a Nutter Butter and just pop it on there. It's a cute little decoration. Same thing with the drizzled one. You can do maybe half, or even cut it into quarters and just do like a cute little fan of Oreo. Just like that. And there's Ganache. So thank you guys for joining us today. Check out our next edition. We're going to be making, I have no idea what, so you're going to have to subscribe to see. Thank you again, and I'm Stephanie from My Personal Accent.